everything can change in a single fleeting moment. For Ellen DeGeneres, that moment arrived like a thunderclap, shattering the world she had built with the woman she loved. The beloved comedian and talk show host, once a beacon of joy and laughter, now finds herself engulfed in a storm of anger and despair. Her wife, Portia De Rossi, has cut off all communication, leaving Ellen to grapple with a devastating reality. Their nearly 2-decade-long love story is over. What was once a fairy tale, romance, a symbol of hope and resilience for millions, has crumbled into silence and heartbreak. But how did it come to this? How did a love that once burned so brightly fade into darkness? I don't want her around me anymore, and I never want to speak to her again. Portia's words echo like a dagger to the heart, each syllable a painful reminder of what Ellen has lost. Despite years of fighting to save their marriage, it wasn't enough. The love that once held them together has unraveled, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions and unhealed wounds. But to understand how they reached this heartbreaking crossroads, we must journey back to the beginning, to a time when their love story was just beginning to unfold, a tale of passion, courage, and hope. It all started in 2000, at a glamorous Hollywood event. Ellen, already a trailblazing comedian and a household name, locked eyes with Portia, a rising star known for her roles in Ally McBeal and Arrested Development. The spark between them was instant, electric. But Portia, who was not yet publicly out, was gripped by fear. I was captivated by Ellen... But I was terrified of what it could mean for my future, she once confessed. In an industry that often punished authenticity, Portia worried that a relationship with Ellen could cost her everything. And so, despite the undeniable connection, they walked away, each carrying a quiet ache for what might have been. But destiny had other plans. In 2004, their paths crossed again, and this time, neither could resist the pull. Ellen, who had already come out publicly in 1997 and was a fierce advocate for LGBTQ+ rights, offered Portia something she had never known before: the freedom to be herself. Ellen gave me the courage to embrace who I truly was, Portia later shared. Their love blossomed, becoming a beacon of hope for countless others. They were more than a couple, they were a symbol of resilience, proof that love could triumph even in the face of adversity. In 2008, after California lifted the ban on same-sex marriage, Ellen dropped to one knee and proposed with a breathtaking pink diamond ring. Their wedding was a celebration of love, not just for them, but for an entire community fighting for equality. There's a smile on my face, a spring in my step, and a ring on my finger. And that's it, Portia said at the time, her voice brimming with joy. Exchanged vows, promising to stand by each other through thick and thin. For years, they seemed invincible, a power couple who balanced their careers, their activism, and their love with grace. But even the strongest love stories are not immune to the pressures of life. Behind the scenes, cracks were beginning to form. The relentless glare of Hollywood, the demands of their careers, and the weight of public scrutiny started to take their toll. By 2014, whispers of trouble in paradise began to surface. Portia, who had long struggled with eating disorders, and the suffocating feeling of living in Ellen's shadow, began to feel invisible. Living your entire life, never feeling good enough. It's a horrible way to live, she confessed in a past interview. She yearned for her own identity, her own sense of purpose, but felt lost in the whirlwind of Ellen's fame. Ellen, meanwhile, was consumed by her skyrocketing career. Her talk show had become a global phenomenon, but the pressure to maintain its success left little room for anything else. Friends of the couple revealed that Ellen's perfectionism often came at a cost. Ellen's work was her everything. Portia felt like she was always competing for her attention, a source shared. In 2018, Ellen considered stepping away from the show, dreaming of a quieter life with Portia. But in the end, she chose to renew her contract, a decision that would haunt their relationship. For Portia, it was a painful reminder that she was no longer Ellen's priority. Then came 2020, a year that tested even the strongest of bonds. The pandemic forced them to spend more time together than ever before, but instead of rekindling their connection, it only highlighted the growing distance between them. To make matters worse, Ellen faced a firestorm of criticism after allegations of a toxic workplace environment on her show surfaced. Portia stood by her publicly, but privately, she began to pull away. "She's the most important person in my life," Ellen had once said, her voice filled with love. Now, those words felt like a cruel irony, despite their efforts to salvage their marriage through therapy, late-night conversations, and fleeting moments of hope. The cracks proved too deep to mend. Portia, who had spent years searching for her own peace, finally reached a breaking point. She realized that staying in the marriage was no longer serving her. And with a heavy heart, she made the agonizing decision to walk away. "I don't want her around me anymore, and I never want to speak to her again," Portia declared, her words cutting through Ellen like a knife. Friends revealed that Ellen was blindsided, left to grapple with feelings of betrayal, loss, and a profound sense of failure. Their love story, once a source of inspiration for millions, now serves as a poignant reminder that even the most beautiful relationships can falter under the weight of fame, personal struggles, and unmet needs. Ellen and Portia's journey was not in vain. It taught us about the power of love, the importance of resilience, and the courage it takes to choose oneself, even when it means letting go. Sometimes, love means walking away, Portia reflected. In a recent statement, her words tinged with both sorrow and resolve as Ellen navigates this painful new chapter. Fans are left wondering if she will ever find peace after such a public and heartbreaking split. Meanwhile, Portia is focused on her own healing, determined to build a life that feels authentic and true to herself. Their love story may have ended, but its legacy endures, a testament to the complexities of love, the fragility of human connection, and the enduring hope that, even in the face of heartbreak, we can find the strength to begin again. What do you think about Ellen and Portia's heartbreaking split? Can love truly conquer all, or are some relationships destined to end, no matter how deeply two people once cared for each other? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to VIP Watch for more exclusive updates on your favorite celebrities.